T MySQL connection. No, not this one. T MySQL. 1 second. So when you type T MySQL, there are a lot of things. You can see T MySQL ESP, T MySQL role, T MySQL SCD, close, commit. Can you scroll a bit? Come down, come down. See, there are so many actually column list, table list, connection. This is the one which we need to take very first, connection component. So basically this connection component help us to get connected to the database. Okay. I hope Sachin, you would have already installed MySQL and all your credentials you would have entered there. Now I want you to click on the install, the yellow, yes, click on install so that the required jar files will get installed automatically for MySQL. Click on download all, install all, accept, let everything be downloaded. So if our database is MySQL, we choose MySQL connection component. And if it is Oracle, we choose Oracle. And if it is SQL Server, we choose SQL Server. If it is PostgreSQL, we choose PostgreSQL. So in the sense, there are specific components for each and every you know database. So that is one way, and the other way is we have something called TDB connection, the one which you are seeing now. So this TDB connection is a common one. Using this component, you can just choose the database from the drop down, and whichever the database you wanted to connect, you can connect to it by just entering all the database credentials. Now, can you just type T Oracle connection? Now, when you type T or KC, there are a lot of components again. Just scroll down, open the connection. Yes, you see here, same TDB component is open, but within the brackets, if you see, Oracle is mentioned there. Okay, and you need to install. If you want to use that, you need to install it. In today's session, we are not going to see that, but I am just trying to explain you all what are the different components we have in order to connect to the databases. Okay, similarly, we also have, let it complete. So similarly, we also have a few more databases like we can type T Teradata. See, for Teradata also there are components. So we have database specific components in Talend using which we can perform all the DB actions in Talend. Okay. Now let us disable that second component and make use of the very first component for SQL Server. MySQL database. Yeah, second one, red one, you can delete or you can disable it. Yeah, for first one, just proceed to yeah. For first one, can you maximize that and start entering your host name, database name, username, password. Now the ones which we have used to connect from the tool. You need to click on that corner button. Yes. So within the brackets, you need to enter the password. That will be visible here. After you click on OK, it will not be visible to anyone. Yeah. And you need to enter the host name, server name. Yeah. and the port you need to give accordingly. And then have you created any database? Any database within that DB?
Yes, sir.
Can you open the tool, database tool once? That's fine. From the workbench itself, you can actually see the database, right? Have you created any schemas there?
No, sir, not yet.
You haven't created anything yet. Okay.
Yes, sir. MySQL workbench.
Click on new query tab. Just click on new query tab or a new model. That's fine. You can create a DB here. Enter all the details. Are you able to enter anything there? Yes. Create the table. Give the table name and also create 2 or 3 names, column names. Okay, you can save it. And the table or database name which you have created here, same you can go and give it in the talent. Okay, now minimize this. Take one tjava component. Add on subjob, okay, or component, okay. Okay, run the job now. Database connection is failed because it says access denied for the user root. Are the credentials correct? Please check this. You need to enter the password. I think you have removed it, right? You need to enter the password again. Is the port number correct?
Yes, sir.
No, I think something is wrong in the details. Access denied for the user root. From here, you can see whether you are able to access. Click on database. Connect to database. This is the host name. You need to give this name. Just click on OK here. Okay, after entering the host name, you can give. Okay. Yeah, from the tool, yeah, give OK. Okay, now it has opened, right? Just give some query, select star from so and so, etc. Okay, it has thrown error. If you see at the bottom, error code and error message, no database selected. You need to select the database accordingly. It says no database selected for the table. So before table, you need to give database dot table name. No. Database in the sense the exact database name.
It's the exact database name, customer.
Customer is a table name here. It's not a database name. Customer is a table name. Yeah. So 2 days before, I have asked all of you to have the database installed and have some tables created so that we can connect from Talend and do the stuff. Excuse me. You need to create 1 or 2 tables, insert some records into it so that it can be used for our session. Have you created anything here in SQL Server?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is good. In that case, we can use SQL Server. Click on the tables. In master, we have some tables, right? In master schema. Employee table you have created. Very good. Now just query that one here. Right click on the table name. No, yes. Select top 100 records or 1000 records. Yes. So you have created this table with only one record. That's fine. We can make use of this one. So now go to Talend. Component, connection component, choose SQL Server. Drop down, choose SQL Server. Microsoft SQL Server. About to it exactly. No. MySQL is there, right? At the top of it, you can see Microsoft SQL Server. Yeah, apply, install, and then please enter all the details here. If you are not sure about what details you have entered here, you can go for edit. Edit connection. If you give, it will show everything there. Yeah, you can copy from here as well. So you have selected Windows authentication. That means your Windows credentials, you need to enter their user and password. On the database, if you right click, it will show you the details. Database, right click there. Yes. You want to see what details you have used here?
Yes, sir.
I think in other window you are seeing the same thing, Sachin. No. No. Other side. Just give Alt tab
Yes,
so
sir.
that you can see the new window you have opened, right? Just now. Click on open. File open. Wait a second. This one is also same tool or different? This looks like different tool.
No,
Why you
sir.
have so many? Go back to your SSSM itself, the SQL Server one. Yeah. Here. File. Now here, click on new database engine query connection. Query with the current connection. Okay. That's fine. If you wanted to see the connection details, you can right click and open the tool again. In the taskbar, just right click on it, click on open so that new window you can see. So here the authentication, I'm telling the server name, you can copy and paste it there for host. Okay. And authentication, you have selected Windows authentication, right? That means your Windows login username and password, you need to enter there in talent. See the username, what it shows here. That one you need to enter.
Sir, we want to provide host name.
Host name is your server name. Server name is your host name.
No password.
Password you need to enter, right? Just click on the component. Double click on the component once. Can you show me what you have entered? Open that. Yes. Password you need to enter. That is one thing. Username. Okay. Database. Do you have employee database? Okay. Port number, is that port number correct? Schema name you need to enter, and then JDBC provider. Click on that once, please. Drop down JDBC provider. Top one. Third one. Yeah. Click on Microsoft. And now enter your password, Windows password there, and then try it once. Okay, it is asking MySQL. What is that? A MySQL connection. Why MS SQL connection? Okay, this one you can download it from Google. JDBC version 6.0, right? Yeah, in Google you can type SQL Server JDBC. JDBC 6.0, that download you can type here and download it. Yeah. Okay, I think for database we need to have all these details. Okay, I am yet to receive my laptop. Probably tomorrow I will receive my company laptop. If I have laptop, I would not ask you guys to share your screens. That would be much easier for me to do it from my itself. Yeah, you can download 6.0. No, not this one. You need to download the jar file. You need to download the jar file. Okay, guys, do one thing. For tomorrow session, I need every one of you to have that SQL server installed and also create at least 3-4 tables in your database. Okay, and you need to know what is the schema name, what is the database name, what is the table name, and what are the columns which you have in those 4 tables. So create 4 different tables. One is employee, other one is department, and 2 other, whichever you want you can create. Totally 4 tables I want you people to create it in the databases. Okay, and note down your all the connection details, like what is the username, what is the password, what is the authentication type, everything. Have them noted in one notepad plus plus so that we can discuss about the DB connections on tomorrow. Okay, I think it is taking time to download and install all these things. We will see it on tomorrow session. For today, we will see some other components. Please go to talent.
Yes, sir.
This jar file you can download and import it later after our session. Okay. And for today, I will show you some of the components, like, just enter T. Yeah, you can go for a new job. You can just use sample job 5 or 4. Okay, now you can enter T pre-job. Pre. Yes, first one. And also take another component T post job. So the main use of these two components is that the first component T pre-job, right, that we use at the beginning of the job. Let's say you are designing one job. We use this one at the beginning, and post job we use at the end. Why? Because let's say, for example, if you are performing any database operations, so in order to perform database operation, we need to connect to the database, right? So in order to connect to the database, first the database connection is mandatory. So that database connection flow, we will add it to the T pre job. That means you will have your T pre job followed by your database connection component will be there. And then you will have all main components. After the execution, you need to close that connection, the database connection. So in order to close the connection, we have some components like if you enter there T MySQL close connection or something, you can type T MySQL close. Yeah. And now also choose TDB connection. It is there. It's TDB connection. Yes. So your TDB connection will come after T pre-job. That means your T pre-job will connect on component OK to TDB connection. Move that TDB connection to the second point. Add on component OK from pre-job to DB component. Can you double click on the DB component? You need to choose the data type, the database type, then only it will allow. Yeah, database type choose. Choose any database, anything you can choose, apply, and now put on component OK. Yes. So this is your first pre-job. That means in your job you will have pre-job. So what you want to execute at the first. So that actually says about the pre-job. Okay. Of what your pre-job will be trigger and then it will move on to the connection component. Now let us assume you have some DB input. Just type DB input. TDB input. Or DB row you can choose. TDB row also you can choose. Second one. Yeah. So the main use of this TDB row is to execute your queries. So whatever the queries which you write there in your database tools, right? Those tools you can run it here. Just select the database for DB row. Drop down from drop down, choose the database. Yes. So when you choose the database, it will ask the database connection details. So when you have database connection component already at the beginning, you can just use the existing connection. Now enable that to use an existing connection. At the bottom, you can see at the top of host name, you can see yes. So when you choose this one, it will start asking you which component connection I need to use. From component list, you can choose the component name. This is DB connection one. So now what happened is that using the TDB connection, you have connected to the database. OK. And using TDB row component, you are using the existing connection, which is coming from the DB input component. So when you have that component and this component in your job, you absolutely need to run your DB connection first, then only your DB row should run. OK. So in that case, these connection components we will have connected to the pre-job so that those will be executed first. Now you have connected to the database and whatever the query you want, select ID, comma, name from the employee, whatever the things which you want to run, you have entered the query here in query session. And then after the execution, you just wanted to perform some commit operation or close and then close the DB connection. Now type TDB commit. Yes. Choose the database. Okay, now choose the components, same connection again you are using. Okay, this is how we work. So in first component you have connected to it. In second component you are doing some select operation or insert operation, whatever you want you can perform. And then in the DB commit component is just like you perform the commit operation in the database. So that we can perform using this one. So similarly for rollback also you have something called TDB rollback. Using that component you can perform the rollback. So after doing this commit operation and inserting or selecting the data, what we can do is at the end we need to close the connection which we have opened at the beginning of the job. Okay. Now this post job, move it to the end. Yeah, after selecting the connection, yes. So now move that to the end, drag it to the bottom. Just drag it to the bottom. Yeah, you can connect that to the next component, but for the DB close component, yeah, drag down. It should come at the bottom of those three components, existing components. Drag it down. That's fine. Post job, you can move it to move it to the first line at the in between second component and third component. You can place it there wherever it was before. You can place it there. I will tell you what to do. Yeah, post job, move it upwards, move it upwards, move it upwards. Yeah, place it there, place it there. In DB close connection component, can you choose the connection? No, DB close, fourth one. No, double click on that and choose the connection. Double click at the bottom component list. Yeah, component list. Yeah, must also apply and so again you need to give which connection you wanted to close, right? That is something which you are entering here. Yes, choose that. Now from post job connect on component OK to TDB close. Okay, and you can remove any one rollback or commit. In fact, these also we can connect at the end, the commit and all. OK, what you can do is before closing the connection, we need to execute the commit, right? So that's why what you can do is you can connect post job to DB commit, and from DB connect you can connect on component OK to the connection close. Remove that on component OK link. Yes. Connect it to DB commit. So post job in the sense at the end, the post job will run. After post job, your DB commit will run. From DB commit, connect it to DB close. Trigger link you need to choose. Okay, now move this commit component in between those two. Yeah. Okay, now what happens is that so you connected a TDB connection to pre-job and commit and close to post job, but your DB row is not connected to anything. So that means what happens here is your pre-job will execute, okay, and then talent will check if there are any other jobs or components left out. Okay, your DB row is left out there, so that will run, and then at the end only your post job will run. So in post job commit will happen and then the connection will be closed. So open connections and all will come as part of pre-job, T pre-job component, and all your commit, rollback, and then DB close connection. Let's say you are using 4 different databases and you need to connect 4 different databases using 4 different components. So that time you will have one after other. Okay, T pre-job, SQL connection, Oracle connection on component. Okay, and then MySQL server on component. Okay, likewise you will connect to all databases using different components with the DB connections. So now we are using only one DB. That's why only one component, connection component is there. If it is 4 databases, you need to use 4 different DB connection components. And similarly in PostJob also, you need to use 4 different commits and 4 different components, DB close components to close all those 4 opened ones. Okay. And at the bottom, you can click on the DB row component, the bottom one. So this component, you can perform whatever the SQL operations you want to perform. All the queries, whatever queries you want to write, you can write it here in the query window so that all those will be executed. So any doubts till this point? is pre-job, post-job, DB connection, DB row, DB commit, DB rollback. Are these components clear to you guys?
Yes, sir.
Lakshay Kumar, Sughosh, Swati.
Sir,
Yes,
can
sir.
you DB commit?
Sir, DB commit.
Sorry, DB commit.
So I didn't understood DB commit.
DB commit in database, in general database, if you are running any DML operations. So I'm not sure whether you guys are aware of SQL database connection concepts or not. Basically, in database, we will have three things. One is DML, DDL, TCL, DCL. These are the four different SQL statements we have in all the databases. So the main things are DML and DDL. So when we say like DDL, data definition language, in data definition language, we have a few things like create, drop, alter. So all this comes under DDL, that means data definition language. When it comes to DML, you have something called insert, delete, update, truncate. So these statements or queries comes under DML. So in databases, in all the relational databases, whenever you perform DML operations, that means insert or update or delete, or if you perform any of these three, we need to perform commit operations. Then only the data will be saved in the database. Otherwise, it will not be saved. Okay, but whereas in DDL, if you execute create query, create is DDL. Okay, if you execute create query, you will not have to run commit statement because it comes under statement comes under DDL. And also similarly drop table name, that is also comes under DDL. For that also you need not to perform commit. So commit is required only when you perform DML operations in the database. OK, so in database tool, we just write commit and execute it. But here in Talend, we can do it in two ways. One, you can write the commit as it is in DB row component, or else you can use the